In this epic clash, two of the largest terrestrial carnivores confront each other, using their claws and teeth to their fullest potential. However, only one of them will emerge victorious. Who do you believe is the stronger one in this battle between the brown bear and the polar bear? This is Worldnario Wild, and today we bring you the extraordinary showdown between these two impressive beasts. So, if you enjoyed it, support our work for free by leaving a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing. Stay tuned until the end to find out which of these formidable animals is truly the most powerful. Leave your like and let's get into it. The purpose of this video is to delve deeper into the strength of these two animals and realize just how incredible they are. Both belong to the same family and are very similar in size and power. The polar bear, being the largest carnivore in the world, is closely followed by the brown bear. Despite living in completely different environments, they possess similar abilities. In this hypothetical clash between these giants, which one will demonstrate superior strength? To find out who would be the winner, let's get to know these opponents better and analyze which of the two bears is truly the strongest. Characteristics. The brown bear is truly an imposing animal. It would certainly not be pleasant to be surprised by one of them during a hike. On the other hand, the polar bear is even larger and has a more dangerous temperament. The largest brown bears can measure about 2 meters and 45 centimeters in length, weighing from 300 to 680 kilograms, with a shoulder height of approximately 1.35 meters. When standing upright, they can reach an impressive 2 meters and 50 centimeters. As for the largest polar bears, they can measure about 3 meters and weigh from 450 to 700 kilograms, with a shoulder height of 1.35 to 1.55 meters. When standing upright, they can reach up to 2 meters and 80 centimeters. It is truly frightening to think about both the brown bear and the polar bear due to their impressive size. The claws of the brown bear are so sturdy that when they attack, they don't just tear the skin but also muscles, causing a devastating blow. Moreover, they are capable of climbing trees using these powerful claws. The claws of the polar bear, on the other hand, are generally shorter as they are used for digging in the ice to search for fish. Nevertheless, they are also very robust, being their primary weapon for hunting seals, which have slippery skin. Their dentition and bite strength are practically the same in both bears, although the mandibular opening of the polar bear is slightly larger. Both bears are good swimmers, but the polar bear swims in greater depths and can even attack beluga whales during this activity. The average speed of the brown bear is 56 kilometers per hour, while the polar bear's speed is a bit slower, about 40 kilometers per hour. It's worth noting that these data were obtained in completely different environments. Running on ice and snow requires much greater balance than running in fields, regardless of the terrain slopes. Both the brown bear and the polar bear have a generous layer of fat under their skin, which protects them from extreme cold and attacks, preventing harm to their vital organs. In winter, most brown bears hibernate, whereas the polar bear lives in an extremely cold environment and does not hibernate. Habitat. Both bears have unique characteristics regarding their habitats. The brown bear has a wide geographic distribution that corresponds to its impressive size. We find brown bear species in Canada, the United States, Europe, and Asia. On the other hand, the polar bear is found in the Arctic, but unfortunately, it has become increasingly rare due to climate change and uncontrolled hunting. A study conducted in 2020 estimated that there are fewer than 18,000 polar bears in the wild and that by the year 2100, they might even cease to exist. Many polar bears are losing their lives due to the lack of prey, as global warming directly affects the entire ecosystem in which this animal is embedded. In contrast, the brown bear can live in diverse terrains such as forests, arid local areas, and temperate climate forests. The polar bear is highly adapted to extremely low temperatures. Its paws have fur that prevents them from getting frostbite, and its uneven skin improves balance even on slippery terrains. These differences in their habitats reflect the incredible diversity and adaptation of these majestic creatures to nature. Both bears face significant challenges due to climate change and human interference in their ecosystems. Feeding habits and behavior. Bears are carnivores, but other foods also form part of their diet. In the case of the brown bear, their favorite food is fish, especially salmon, but they can also eat fruits, shoots, and plants in smaller proportions. The polar bear, on the other hand, mainly feeds on meat, but when food becomes scarce, it can also consume eggs. Despite being impressive and potentially dangerous animals, brown bears do not usually hunt routinely. They only attack with extreme force when the fish population in rivers significantly decreases. On the other hand, the polar bear is more accustomed to hunting birds and fish, but primarily relies on seals and even beluga whales as prey, and they can even hunt in water. Both brown and polar bears lead solitary lives, coming together only to mate. Female bears stay with their cubs until they become independent. Regarding territorial behavior, brown bears tend to avoid confrontations and usually fight among themselves mainly for mating rights with females. Both bears also avoid human presence, but it's essential to note that there have been hundreds of documented cases of fatal attacks by brown bears on humans. The temperament of polar bears is considered the most aggressive. They don't hesitate to engage in confrontations and may even actively seek them out. Fight. Before we continue, if you've made it this far, please click the like button. It's quick, free, and greatly supports our work. And if you're not subscribed to our channel yet, please consider subscribing. At the end of this video, you can also find more interesting content on our channel. We have many other things just as good as this video, so let's get back to the subject. Although these are very similar animals, small details can determine the sole winner in this clash of giants between the brown bear and the polar bear. It's true that the size of the polar bear can influence its physical strength, but we've seen in other confrontations that more skilled animals can overcome sheer brute force. The brown bear appears to be faster, but we must consider that the polar bear hasn't been tested in a less challenging terrain than where it lives. So, if we take into account that the large and heavy animal can run at 40 km per hour on snow-covered terrain, while it reaches 56 km per hour on flat ground with slopes, this means a significant advantage for the polar bear. In my opinion, the polar bear would emerge as the winner in this confrontation, and two factors support this result. First, the polar bear is more accustomed to hunting, feeding on birds, fish, seals, and even whales and sea lions. This demonstrates its willingness in a fight for survival. Furthermore, the temperament of the polar bear is more aggressive, and it doesn't shy away from confrontations. This gives it an upper hand in battle. As a bonus, for those who want to delve into the details, the speed in different terrains with varying difficulties and the ability to withstand harsh winter temperatures are also strong advantages for the polar bear. It's important to note that this wouldn't be an easy fight, as the claws of the brown bear are more powerful and can cause deep wounds in the polar bear. However, I believe the polar bear would come out alive from this battle. That wraps up today's video. If you liked it, please hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and share your opinion in the comments. Let's elevate our knowledge together. Thank you for watching, and until next time.